welcome back to another episode of Good Vibes Home Designs. I am Jamie Tyler, and today I'm going to show you a really quick DIY tissue paper flower. If you haven't already heard about tissue paper flowers, they're kind of popular right now. There's also just the regular cardstock paper flowers. If you guys want me to do a DIY for those, I'll be happy to do it. Just leave me a comment down below. But today, I'm gonna do tissue paper flowers. They are super simple to make. It takes you around 10 minutes to make, and you need a minimal supplies. So I'm gonna show you some that I've made before. This is the white tissue paper flower. This is my pink tissue paper flower. This is the one that we're going to be making today. And then here is a smaller gold tissue paper flower that I made. These actually hang in my office. So I'll show you guys just what all of the tissue paper flowers look like in my office so you can see the end result. Let's talk about the size. So in order to get a larger or smaller tissue paper flower, it's really the size of the tissue paper. So the white flower that I have is from a very large white tissue paper that I get from Walmart. I cannot remember the price off the top of my head, but I know it comes 200 sheets to a pack, and it's relatively large. So that's how I got a bigger white flower. The tissue paper flower, the pink one that's a little bit smaller, is actually from a smaller tissue paper that I get from Amazon. And that's the one that we're going to be using today. So this is the size of it, pre-flower. And then the gold tissue paper is actually regular size tissue paper, but I didn't have that many sheets, so I cut them in half and then made a smaller flower. So that's why this one's small. So let's get started. What you'll need is 10 sheets of tissue paper, scissors. Okay, let me not be fancy with scissors because, you know, accidents. And then you'll need some twine or string. I use the jute twine. You can use whatever you like. I literally only use it because I have it here. So I don't have to go buy anything else. But you can use yarn, string. I would not recommend thread because you will be pulling on the tissue paper, so you want something a little durable so that it doesn't pop while you're pulling the flower apart. So let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is count out 10 sheets of tissue paper. I've already counted out 10 sheets just to save us some time. Once you have the 10 sheets, you're going to line them up corner to corner and then lay them in front of you long way, so vertically. Next, you're gonna fold the tissue paper all the way down to the end in accordion style. So if you don't know what accordion style is, I'm gonna explain it as best I can. If you have questions, definitely leave them in the comments, but I'm gonna do the best I can to explain it. So accordion style is you are going to fold from starting at the end 1 inch. You're gonna fold it over, trying to get my 1 inch even, and then you're gonna fold it back. So you flip it, fold it 1 inch, you're gonna flip it the other way, and fold it 1 inch. And so you'll do this for the entire length of the tissue paper. Okay, once you have it done, this is what it'll look like from the front, and then it'll look like this on the side, kind of like a fan. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, cool. So I like to make sure that my creases are really in there so that when I pull my flower apart, it looks really good. So if you want to, just kind of reiterate those creases. All right, once you're done, you're gonna lay it flat here and you're gonna grab some twine. I would say you need probably 4 inches of twine. I'm gonna eyeball it. I am not gonna go get a ruler right now. So, once you've cut your twine, you're gonna tie the twine right here in the middle of the tissue paper. So once you have the tissue paper tied with the twine, the next step is going to be to cut the edges of the tissue paper to create the rounded flower look. If you want kind of more of a shape like the white flower, you're gonna cut it into an angle. So it'll be cut like this as opposed to a rounded petal. So your edges are what your petal is going to end up looking like for your flower. So I am going to do a rounded flower. So once you have your rounded edges, these can be thrown away. Now, the next step is we're gonna fluff out our flower. So you wanna lay the flower flat down, lay the tissue paper flat down, and then starting with the first sheet, you're going to pull it away from the other sheets. Now you wanna do this gently because the tissue paper can tear, so try not to be rough with it. But you want to pull it until it is standing all the way up, like this. And then you're going to do the next side. So you want to do alternating sides just to make sure that the flower is fluffed out evenly. I did do one side first completely, and then I had to go back and refluff it again just because it wasn't even. All right? So then you're going to continue to fluff the entire flower until all of the sheets of tissue paper have been fluffed out. So once you've reached a certain point where the flower is really fluffed in the middle, then you can just go ahead and fluff one side and then fluff the other side just to finish it up. And there you have it, guys. That's how you make a tissue paper flower. So now you can hang this pretty little thing up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Good Vibes Home Designs. And until next time, today and every day, guys, I wish you good vibes.